The Justice Department is suing California Governor Gavin Newsom for allowing illegal immigrants access to in-state tuition benefits. The DOJ argues this, quote, an undocumented immigrant living in a state is ineligible for any post-secondary education benefit unless a citizen or national of the United States is eligible for such a benefit. Out-of-state students at any University of California school can expect to pay over $50 grand a year in tuition. In-state students pay about $15 grand. Reports show about 2,000 to 4,000 illegals attend UC schools, 9,500 illegals attend Cal State schools, and a whopping 70,000 illegals are enrolled in community colleges. John, this is so interesting to me because basically all of this came about because of this executive order that the president signed back in April. But at this point, out-of-state students are being squeezed financially. But these illegals, all they had to do was go to high school in California for 3 years, and they get the in-state benefit. Is it discriminatory against out-of-state students?
I knew being on this show sooner or later was going to get me fired from Berkeley. This is the moment has arrived.
Nice. Glad I'm here first.
Boy, nervous.
So I'm an officer of the university. So under California law, I'm not allowed to take note of the immigration status of any of my.
Oh, of course you ain't going to say nothing because you're getting paid. But I'm going to say it, though. Gavin Newsom is a crook. He was more involved with the illegals and getting them ahead than black people or white people or people that are actually American citizens in America and in California. California, we are waiting for Gavin Newsom to get out of here because he put the advancement of illegals ahead of us. Why should an illegal, just because they went to our high schools for 3 years, get the same benefit as American citizens? I do not know why. He's created his own rules, but he doesn't know what the damage he's doing to the American citizens in California. This is why Gavin Newsom needs to leave. He's getting sued because he's making up his own rules. Okay? This is why I love the fact that Trump is just saying, you know what, I'm just going to stop giving people money. Take away the money, you can't make up the rules. Because at the end of the day, these colleges, like this guy, he said he works for UC schools, they're not going to say anything. It's because they're benefiting from this. Gavin Newsom is in cahoots with the colleges because they need to make sure they make money. They do not care that you learn. They do not care that you get hired. They need to make sure that the money's still coming in so they can have these fat salaries. This is why colleges is a scam. This is why Trump and the administration is saying, you know what? We're cutting down funding for these degrees that don't make any sense. It's because you guys are giving the money to the illegals and they're coming to your schools and you're making sure they're coming so you can still get a check in funding. The jig is up. Gavin Newsom is not really for people. He's in it for the people that are making money, and the illegals is how they're using them. They don't care about the illegals. They make billions off the illegals. Billions. These colleges aren't saying, hey, you can't do that with the illegals. They're saying, okay, well, you're giving us a check. We're taking a check. We got to hold Gavin Newsom, we got to hold him responsible. We should also have to hold the responsible the colleges, the people that know that they're teaching illegal immigrants. They do not care about the American people or the California people. They care about the green. We have to wake up. We have to make sure that, you know what, don't go to college, go to trade school. Fuck it. These colleges don't even care anyway. How many people went to college and made millions and millions of dollars afterwards? I'll wait. College is a scam. These UC schools, Cal State schools, these community colleges, what are they really teaching, and are they really helping the people be smarter? Why are we in more debt and have more student loan debt than ever when these colleges are not even teaching the people enough to actually get a job and pay off the debt? So you can't get mad at Trump, and you're seeing what they're doing. They see that these people have college degrees and they're not even making money to be able to pay back the college degrees. You're better off getting a trade. You're better off doing the simple things that cost way cheaper and you can make a lot more money. Gavin Newsom is terrible. If you vote for him and you know he's going to try to be president, you're an idiot. Look what he did to California. Look what he's doing with the fires. Look what he's doing with the schooling. Look how he puts illegal immigrants over his own people. Look how he gets money for the rail, that $2 billion, and it went in the air. He does not care about the people. He's for sale. He's all about the green. He's all about getting in cahoots with the people that's giving him money. If you guys don't understand that about him, I don't know what it is. It's not even like that I'm deep in politics. I just look at the facts. What has he done that was great for California? Nothing. He puts fish over people. People couldn't, we had this big Palisade fire, Altadena fires, because there wasn't water where it's supposed to be. And then they were being so hesitant for people to get the water from the ocean because it's protecting the fish. We got to wake up. I do not like this guy. He's a crook. He's a scam. He doesn't help people. He puts illegals over his own California people, Americans. This is why California businesses have left. He does everything to make it sound good. He may look good. He may look nice. He may look like he says everything right, but he's terrible for California. He's a schmuck. I'll tell you the real because I have nothing to lose, right? But he's a schmuck. What has he done for the country? What has he done? What has he truly done that he can hang his hat on and say, I did this for Californians? Schools are down. Kids aren't smart. Now you want to send illegals to and give them the same benefits as kids that are actually from this country to actually come to California and pay tuition, or people that are in California, but they can't get in. It's because we're getting pushed out by the illegals. Because why? Illegals have higher numbers than actual California citizens. They breed faster. So they're getting rewarded with the college education and the college benefits as somebody that's American. Look, I don't mind people being immigrants here in America. That's how we were built. But I feel like this, if you're an immigrant, refugees, asylum seeker, whatever, you should not have the same benefits as an American citizen. That's only right. What's the difference of me being, why should I be proud of being an American if they can come in this country and have the same benefits as me? I can't go to their country and do the same thing. But then we have a government that says, you know what, we don't care what the federal government says. We're going to make our own rules so they can get into school, so they can be better, so they can get the funding. We got to wake up. This guy's a crook. This guy does not care about California. We need to get a Republican in there that's going to do things right and just follow the rules. I can see if you broke the rules and the state got better and said, look, I broke this rule, but look, the state got way better. Look how we're progressing. What has he done that broke the rules that didn't put the state in a bad situation? You don't want to give money to firefighters. You don't want to have water. You put the fish over people. Our kids are struggling in schools. Homeless is out of control. $24 billion with the homeless, and we still have a record high in homelessness. What are you doing, sir? And you want to get to be a president? You guys be idiots to vote for him.
My students, and if I ever tried to cooperate with the federal government on immigration operations at the school, I would be fired. And already there's a long list of reasons Berkeley wants to fire me. This would just be the topper on the Sunday. But I think the statute is pretty clear. And I think you quoted it accurately in the lead-in. The states are not allowed to give in-state tuition benefits. We're talking about $40,000 a year in some cases. You can't give that to illegal aliens when you deny that to American citizens. Seems flatly clear to me. The lower courts that have run into this have all upheld this reading, and Texas agreed to stop doing this when they got sued by the Justice Department. So if California is going to fight on this when the law seems clear, when the other courts have said this is illegal, they're just pursuing their obstinate, pig-headed opposition to the Trump administration on often legal grounds that make no sense. Recall, Newsom versus Trump, all these lawsuits, Newsom tends to lose these and Trump tends to win. And this is going to be another one.
To my other lawyer on the couch sitting here, Emily, the other Californian as well, along with Kennedy. But they're citing this 2001 statute that all students should be eligible for in-state tuition in California. But the laws have changed. In Oklahoma, actually, that they lost against a similar lawsuit from the DOJ.
Right.
So there's precedent now, right?
As John's sous chef here. Yeah, I mean, he's absolutely right. And look, I'll say this because I
The
think
sous chef's always better looking than the lead chef in every Korean
far
TV
less
show.
experienced and skilled, and I object to the better looking too because you are. All right. What was I going to say? That you're right, and that all of this is sort of strategically, the Newsom administration uses this as a feather in their cap because they don't really reflect or cite the coda. So they say, Newsom v. Trump, see all this. We gave free tuition to illegals, but they then stop and omit, but then we lost in court. But then we realized per federalism, we actually were sort of subsumed by or overrun by the federal government coming in and saying, this is illegal and you can't do this anymore. So they still pat themselves on the back, is what I'm trying to say, for conceptually being in the court of these illegal immigrants. And they, by the way, deign to even address the discriminatory effect, and actually on its face too, against out-of-state students, right? Like they don't.
It's a discriminatory effect even to the in-state students that try to get in, but they can't get in because the illegals got the funding already to be able to get into college. This is why we have to make sure and understand, look, a lot of people for the far left, You like Trump's ideas, you like what it represents, but you don't like it because it's Trump. Take Trump out and just says right or wrong. There's too many people that have Trump deranged syndrome. There's too many people that have Trump deranged syndrome. Basically, whatever he says, you hate it. Even if it's right. Even if it's doing good for the country, you hate it because it came from Trump. That says more about you than actually President Trump. Do you think if you're from California that illegals should get a better benefit than American California citizens? If the answer is no, then okay then. You're in line with Trump for this issue. That's okay. I'm in line for whatever protects the American people. And I'm definitely in line for what protects California people as well. This is also talking about out-of-state people as well. So what they're doing is they're actually losing money if you think about it. If they're keeping out-of-state people in and keeping illegals but giving them the funding, it's all a big circle of you're fucking over American kids. That's what it is. You're screwing them over instead of just saying, you know what? If you're illegal, I'm sorry, we can't give you the education. You have to pay out of pocket. You shouldn't be able to get the same benefits as an American citizen. It's only right. If I go to a different country, I don't get the same benefits as them. I don't get the same access as them. How do I know? Oh, you don't know that. Yes, I do. I lived in different countries. And I did not get the same benefits as them. And I understood why. I'm not from here. So it makes total sense to me. I can't get mad at oh, well, you ain't taking care of me. No, I'm not from here. I didn't do the things I needed to do to be able to be a citizen of here, so I don't get the benefits. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Rules is rules. See, people in our country they don't like the rules when it's not in their favor. That's what I see. But we also see a huge thing of Trump deranged syndrome. We also see the thing as far as saying, you know what? I may not like this guy. I may not like what he says, but this right here makes sense. This right here really makes sense. Yeah. If you're from California, you're American, yes, you should get the benefits of going to school at a cheaper price and get those things instead of having the same benefits as a legal person that's been here illegally or refugee or whatever. Yeah, I should have more benefits to you. That's common sense. That makes sense to me. Yeah, I'm an American citizen. I've been here all my life. My parents are both from here. We did things the right way. Cool, I should get all the benefits, not this person that just got here. If you agree with that, then cool. If you don't agree with that, it's only because you don't like Trump. And you're the ones that have Trump deranged syndrome. You're the ones that don't like him for him, and you're not really looking at the policies. I think you're just upset that you're mad that your side or the left didn't do it. But they had a lot of opportunities to do it. So we got to wake up as a people and understand, let's stop thinking about the person. Let's start thinking about and just actually reading the policy and the law and just take a comprehension of what that actually does for our people. If it helps our people and puts us ahead over people that come from different countries, I'm all for it. Because that's what we fought for. That's what our parents fought for. That's what our grandparents, our parents' parents fought for, is our freedoms to be able to be American citizens. So as an American citizen, we should have a luxury and we should have more benefits than anybody that comes here from a different country. You can't tell me no different. I'm a patriot. I care about my country. I care about my kids. I want them to have more advantages than the people that just got here, for sure. I don't care what you think about that. But let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. As always, I'm going to be unfiltered. I'm going to talk my shit. I'm going to talk what I need to talk. But I'm going to be honest. I'm not a racist. I'm a patriot. I'm a black man in America. And I understand that you got to work hard. But I understand that as Americans, we need to have more benefits than anybody else that's coming into this country. So as always, I don't care what happens. I don't care what people say in the comments, but I'm going to keep this thing rocking.